Hello guys, what's going on? It's your boy IconicBelow bringing you a brand new top 10 on my channel. First time ever I've done one, other than I think in Call of Duty Ghost. This one is going to be on the top 10 competitive specialists for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I figured many people would enjoy this and would like to hear my opinion on it, and it's one of the first videos out there, so I would want to get it out there as soon as possible. But first, we have to deal with a tie here, I feel. There are two here that I felt were going to be more situational than anything else, and they're Rejack and Vision. Obviously, Rejack is going to be great in S&D and stuff like that, but you're not really going to see it as much in things like respawns, especially in Hardpoint, where your lives don't matter as much unless you're something like an anchor, where you're holding down a specific position. And Vision is not as important as in like pubs or something like that, but it still could be useful. Obviously, with everybody calling people out and you not being able to have UAVs spam and stuff like that, Vision will be sort of useful, but sort of not all at the same time. Next up is number 9, Camo. I feel this could be useful in obviously S&D, and if you want to start flanking around in like uplink or something like that to flank around, get kills as they're trying to go to the ball, it would probably be a good choice. But other than that, it's not going to be used as much as other ones. Next up is Heatwave, which is actually the flash ability the from Firebreak. Personally, my favorite one from what I see. This could be one of my favorite abilities and definitely could go up higher in the list. I rated the guns a little bit stronger than specific abilities. But Heatwave is by far going to be one of the most useful ones at Hardpoint. Especially if you look at it, it flashes the entire parameter of your explosive radius. So you see players like Replays or Scump or somebody who's going to be in a hill or slaying around it, clicks their Heatwave, and all of a sudden everybody is flashed and stunned. Gives them quite a few easy kills. You could get 2 or 3 in a hill, even when you're the last one alive, which is going to be extremely clutch, and it'll be really, really cool to see exactly who's able to take advantage of that. Next one up is more of a situational weapon, and that is the Tempest. This one you're definitely going to see more in objective types, obviously, but you're going to see it a lot in hardpoint compared to uplink. You're not going to. I don't feel you're going to see it in uplink as much, just because the chaining of the Tempest is what makes it better than the other specific one-shot kill weapons. And the big thing about the Tempest is when you shoot somebody in a hardpoint, it's going to chain around to the other ones who are most likely going to be in the hardpoint or around that person. So the Tempest itself is most likely going to be used in a hardpoint. I don't really see its use in S&D all that much. I don't really see its use in things like uplink. Next up is the Annihilator, and that is 6th place. I put it in 6th just because there are definitely things that are better than it, but there are things that are definitely worse than it. And it is a one-shot kill gun. It's going to definitely annihilate quite a few people in hardpoint and uplink, especially in uplink, I feel, because somebody picks up the ball, you shoot them real quick, it's done. You don't have to worry about putting 3 or 4 shots extra into them because of the armor. Depends on obviously what specialists they're using and if they're using theirs as well. But the skill cannon of the Annihilator definitely has a chance to be quite a bit effective in games like uplink. Obviously, it can be used in S&D as well. You get a quick kill off, go off, run away, try and find a different spot, kill another one. It's a lot like a sniper rifle. Definitely can be used at more up in your face and stuff like that. So it could be a little bit different than a sniper rifle, but probably plays about the same role. Next up is 5th, and that is Overdrive. This obviously we saw in Advanced Warfare as an EXO ability, and by far one of the best. You're going to use it pretty much on any game type to rush as far as you can into the enemy or rush as far as you can towards the objective, and that is going to give you a big, big instant boost to where you are in the standings. You're able to get behind somebody, you're able to get ahead of somebody and score and do something rather quickly, whether it's halftime or you save it to where they're all 4 down and you want to score an uplink real quick, or you want to get across the map over to an objective, overdrive is going to be that ability you want to have. Obviously, you have to save it for those specific situations, but it's one of the abilities that can be used across all game types instead of one specifically. Number 4 is the War Machine. This one I felt was going to be used more on hardpoint and obviously things like uplink, but the War Machine, you could even throw in the flamethrower tied with the War Machine here, but I feel like this is going to be the explosive one everybody sort of sticks to. Everybody used the War Machine in Black Ops 2, just spam a couple shots, it's done. And now we see it coming back. I don't really see it lowering its rank here. I could see it moving up maybe one spot. Other than that, I feel like it's definitely a solid top 5 choice for the top 10 specialist choices. Number 3 is armor. I feel like this is going to be one of the more aggravating choices for many pros. I feel like armor is going to be great on a player like Scump, or if Karma returns to his Black Ops 2 machismo. You got to look at those heavy SMG slayers, and anybody who plays like that is by far going to be a better SMG slayer when they can't take shots. They don't have to worry about shots, rush into a hard point, get 3-4 kills, and then go push the spawns and get 3 or 4 more. It's by far one of the better abilities out there, especially if you look at it, because of how good and what it actually can do. Okay, these top 2 by far were the hardest 2 to place. I took so much thought putting these 2 specifically in order, but I decided to go off using them in a role similar to actually thinking about what you're doing. Number 2 is the Scythe. By far, it seemed like it was everybody's favorite ability in the beta. Obviously, it was the most overpowered thing in the beta. Many people chose the Scythe over pretty much any other one. I think the only one that topped it in usage was the Sparrow, which this was pubs, so many people are going to use things like the Sparrow to get kill cams and stuff like that with. So that would be my choice for number 2. Many people could lock down with their second AR, hold down part of the map. This super is by far one of the best supers in the game, and I could see it as number 1. Anywhere in this top 5, it's pretty much an objective opinion, but number 2 is pretty much where I slot it because number 1 I have as probably the most overpowered one, and especially the objective game modes, being Hive. I chose Hive because of its opportunity to lock down entire sections of the map. It's like having 5 claymores, and pretty much nobody can fight it. You can't really see it all that well, and we saw little streaks by Karma and stuff like that, them posting exactly how good the Hive is. This super can lock down hard points. It can lock down the objectives like uplink balls or the bombs after you kill the person who's carrying it. This can be that thing that everybody wants to have at least one on their team, especially in hardpoint, probably S&D, and maybe a little bit in uplink. It's going to be one of those supers that not everybody uses, but it will be the one that's used a lot. I feel like in the end, it's controlling the engagements and controlling how the other players play the map is what makes it number 1, and maybe even a little bit OP. It all depends on its blast radius, stuff like that, and how quick those nanobugs kill you. So, as always, guys, this has been your boy IconicBelow. If you guys want to give me your top 10 supers for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 in competitive and in pubs, make sure you guys give me a like, comment down below your opinions on it, and if you would like to see more, give me a subscribe. Make sure that if you guys want another top 10, leave your opinions down below. See you guys later. Peace the fuck out.